Hello. Oh yeah, I had made a thing for the for Brett Terrence Clark shit. So when the card come in the mail, I'm gonna let y'all know. And then I'm gonna send y'all the info. Y'all just move with the puck with it. All right.
Mind your business. He said, I'm broke. I got the best foot of the game. Oh! The only one he could have landed on.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. The Panther kicker Zane Gonzalez has us ready to go, and we are underway here from Bank of America Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Ready.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lawrence to throw. His throw incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, look at the juke. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Panthers at 1-10 now on the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. From the red zone now, Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore with career touchdown number 60. And the Panthers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. I'm ready. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught at the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost, and now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sidelines. Touchdown, Panthers! Tommy Trimble, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Smith. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there at 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Gabriel Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Smith. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now Lawrence on 1st down. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Etienne. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
on 4th down, Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. They go play action with Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14.
Next the score, Buccaneers 31, Panthers 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. The final shot here before break. Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the 1st half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by J.C. Horn. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step in.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Buccaneers will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 15. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Smith on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They snap it to Smith. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss-hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
From the 44, Smith. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On play action, Lawrence. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 77 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point safely through. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Panthers 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bucs are going to take over here up near the 40. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On 1st down, Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He's got a man, that's caught, left sideline. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. They'll run with Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
One more time with Etienne.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Get set! Start!
ETN up the middle.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Travis Etienne,
A 6-yard touchdown run.
and the Bucs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Point after, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
On 2nd and 2, Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, stop it!
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Go, faster!
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Travis Etienne.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
No problem there on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. From the gun on third down, Smith. And now here is another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's...
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point up and through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The Panthers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. A give to Etienne running right.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Etienne will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. To throw on 2nd and 6. Smith. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Smith under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Davion Taylor with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Bucs, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.